Warning, this bull market's different, and here's why. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, where we keep technical analysis short and sweet, and it's actually not any different. I just say that so people click on the video. But we're looking at Bitcoin, and I put these boxes out here so you can kind of see similar formations if you guys are kind of new to this. But we see that we had this drop without CM Guppy or anything like that, and then we made this W pattern, and then formed another W, a push up, and then a retracement, and then taking off. So here we had the push down. It's kind of hard to see underneath this red line, but if I zoom in, we see that we had the W pattern, push up, very similar to pushing up once, having that little bit of consolidation like we did here, pushing up again, which is pushing up into this yellow box area, had a little bit of rejection, formed a nice W, like we did right here, form a nice W, broke a downward trend line, and then pushed up, formed another W, pushed up, forming another W, and then we had a push up once more to 120. We could expect that to be either this point, around the 72,000, and then it had the retracement, which we are currently going through, and then we're going to get some major support and a push up. Is that possible? Yes, that is very possible. Is it also possible to drop down to 108? Yes, that is also possible, but less likely. It would push the rest of the altcoins down massively, which would ultimately be pulling the trigger on the gun before it goes off. So with all that being said, we're going to jump right into IOTX, one I've brought up in my other videos, forming very nicely. And I want to actually compare this directly to the way that Tornado Cash is looking. If you look at Tornado Cash, formed similar pattern, upward yellow trend line, straight across, broke out of that, came in, retested, and had that bullish support off the 200 EMA, pushing up towards the downward trend line, got rejected. We just need to break over that, and then we'll start heading up towards these highs, and once those are broken, Tornado Cash will start to take off. But similar with IOTX, pushing up on the upward trend line, ignore this orange one, but we hit the 618 on the retracement, came right back into the wedge, and once we get over this 0.3 cents, we can expect this to start moving up towards the 0.49 cents and beyond, with having resistance around 0.06. Moving into Doge. Doge is getting rejected by the 24 resistance line here, and we are just doing an upward consolidation. Volume is picking up. If you haven't entered into Doge, anywhere in this area is not a bad bet for the price on Dogecoin. Even though it is a meme coin, Elon Musk is backing it and will most likely accept payments for Teslas with Dogecoin, currently at 23 cents, expected to hit $4. And we're going to jump into Compound. I'll do the other videos of the smaller coins in a different video, maybe some shorts, but we had the retracement back into the fair value gap, getting some support right around here, and we just need to start seeing this have that upward trend line. What we would call this in trading is a healthy correction. Some people call it the market dumping, but for most traders, this is a healthy correction to make it back down to the 618 before having the next push up to break over this high and then work towards the 6150 and beyond. But all-time high of nearly $954, I believe. Quant, very healthy, very stable. It's building on the CM Guppy right there. It's trying to break through it, which would mean pushing down to the 200 EMA. But as long as we stay above this point, if you didn't sell here, I wouldn't be selling anywhere up here, as Quant is going to be one of the bigger potential gains for cryptocurrency. But definitely diversify and try and invest in other coins when you get the moment to take your money out. But BNT Still also very healthy. Putting on the CM Guppy, you see that it retraced to the bottom of the CM Guppy and immediately got shot out. And so now this water is getting a lot more hot, and we can expect BNT to start pushing upwards. Even if it has a major retracement, we want to be holding above this black trend line right here to see more substantial support. Same with DNT and GRT. I'm actually going to do a different video on XRP and XLM, but I'm going to do XCN on this video, so stay tuned. And DNT is trying to break above that 200 EMA very aggressively and keeps getting rejected massively, but when it finally closes and holds, it'll use just as aggressive movement to move way up and out of the current range of 2.94 cents. And then lastly for this video is GRT. GRT is trying to build support off of this upward trend line. It hit the 618 on the Fibonacci retracement perfectly. And when we put in CM Guppy, we see that in the daily it is underneath the 200 EMA still, but we need to creep up over that without having any fast increased movements, as we will most likely get rejected by the 200 EMA. We need to start building this upwards. If that does not happen, it may fall a little bit further, and this would be the absolute low that we'd want to see for GRT. However, if it starts building up, we need to be breaking above that 10.8 cent mark. That's it for this video. I will do the X's on another video. Oh, sorry, I said I would do XCN. Said I'd do XCN, I'll do XCN. And XCN does not look the best, does it? It does not look very supportive in any way. It is underneath the 200 EMA. You see that we are having some of a sell-off. We are trying to break lower than this previous low, which would mean the next stop would be somewhere within this previous low. So quite a big range. That's actually from this point to here is about 36%. We see that back in the day back here, we had about a week of consolidation where people were deciding if they wanted to sell it, if it was going to go lower, or buy more of it. And clearly everybody bought more of it. And so if we break beyond this point, this could be collapsing. However, I do not believe that in any way with the beautiful pattern that's being presented without any of that extra BS in there. You can clearly see that it is testing this high of 0.0488 cents, and it'll most likely, if it comes down and holds above this area, we're most likely forming a massive W pattern, which would be pushing up to this previous high and then breaking up towards the 10 cent mark and beyond. So that's kind of it. I'm not personally getting rid of any XCN. I'm holding, even if it drops 38%, no worries. So I'll probably actually buy more if it drops. So that's it for this video. Reference links in the links below or description below. KuCoin and Mexi actually trades Tornado Cash, as well as Pinlink, another one I didn't list on this video. But yeah, good luck, have fun with it, and I will see you on the next one.